I wake up and I pray that I don't fall to temptation. I fall down and I get up, yeah, I made me that way. In the face of adversity, I'm calling on his name. Yeah, how by Hashem, yeah, how wish I, amen. Whoa, I got the one true God, yeah. He coming back with fire, yeah. Better cleanse your ways, cause no man know the day. When he cracks that sky, he gon' really do his thing. Written out in the scripts, only if you will understand it. Hidden gems, wisdom cry out for Israel. Come back to these laws, come out of this world. There's garment for you if you fit in it. You so-called blacks, natives, and Mexicans, come back to our heritage. This world, no, our rest, no, we got more to live for. So, put on a new garment, yeah. Put on a new garment, yeah. Put on a new.
Let me get Genesis 19. No. Let me get Genesis 19.
Oh!
Who's reading? Let me get Genesis 19. Yeah. You can start from 9 for sure. And the homie Psalm 50.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 9.
Right.
And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came. This one fellow came.
Is there anything you want to ask questions about anything in the Bible? No? Alright, cool.
This one fellow came into sojourn, and he will need to be a judge.
Yeah.
Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
And that's what these other nations wish to do. You know, they press sore upon the door. You know, they want to get into the kingdom, but they can't get into the kingdom because it's set for a certain people. You know who those people are? You don't know who those people are? Yeah, let me get Romans 11 and 1.
The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, has God cast away his people?
God has a certain people. He's not dealing with everyone. He's only dealing with a set person people on this earth. Continue.
God forbid.
Right.
For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham.
So he's only dealing with the Israelites by nation. Even the kingdom of heaven. How much gates do you think there is in the kingdom of heaven? 1. Let me get Revelation.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 12.
Bring it out!
And had a wall great and high.
So heaven has a wall great and high. Continue.
And had 12 gates.
Has 12 gates. It's not one per gate that everyone else has through. You know, people get that conception misconstrued. You know, that's wrong. Continue, King.
And at the gates, 12 angels.
12 angels, but hey, but when you go to a party, they have bouncers outside, man. And heaven has bouncers, you know, for VIP guests. Because they're very important people.
Right.
The Israelites are very important people. Continue, King.
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
If I write you a letter, sister, is it meant for anyone else? If it has your name on it, is it written for anyone else? That would be fraud if someone opens your letter, right? So it's only meant for the Israelites. It would be fraud if someone tries to enter that gate. So let me go back to Psalm 16.
This is Psalm chapter 50 and verse 16.
Yeah.
But unto the wicked God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
So these people, they have nothing to do with the Most High, man. Right. You know, they can't claim what the Most High has set for the Israelites, sister. Right. You know, it's only set for the Israelites. That you're very. Let me get Exodus 19 and 5. You know, because if you to do the commandments, and guess what?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed,
so only if you obey the Most High God's voice, continue,
and keep my covenant,
right?
Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure
only
unto me.
Then you'll be a peculiar treasure unto the Most High God.
Above all people.
And that peculiar thing, hey, there's something special about that person, man. Right? The Israelites, there's something special about us, man. We don't walk like the other nations, we don't talk like the other nations, we don't dance like the other nations. Hey, there's nothing similar to us and the other nations. They can only try and imitate what we have going on, you know? And let's get back to, let me get back to Genesis 19. And then you can start with 10. And if you look at 1 Timothy 1 and 4.
The book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them.
And that's what the Most High God did to us, man. He sent his angels and pulled us into the house, man. He pulled us into the kingdom of the Most High, opened our eyes.
And shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
Right, let me get 2 Corinthians 2 and 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 3.
Yes, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13.
Right.
Ye are the salt of the earth.
Right.
But if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Even on that point, we're the salt of the earth, man. We make this earth the way it is, man.
Right.
Hey, the earth wouldn't be the same without the blacks.
That's right.
Hispanics and Native Americans.
That's right.
You know, Seminole Indians, man. We bring flavor to this pot, man. You know, and these other nations, they ain't got nothing good going on for them, man. You know, they don't dress nice. Hey, look at that guy over there, man. Kind of what he's looking at us. There's what going on, man. You know, we're the peculiar people on this earth, man. You know, you want to finish off you?
It is thenceforth good for nothing.
And that's what it goes into, man. If you don't listen to the words of the Most High God, then you're good for nothing at the end of the day, man.
Right.
You know, what did it say?
But to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
And that's the judgment at the end of the day, sister. If you don't take the Most High God's judgment, hey, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get thrown out of the kingdom and get trodden under the foot of men. Right. Can you keep First Timothy 1 and 12.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 12. And I thank Christ Jesus, our Lord, who hath enabled me, for that he counted me faithful,
And the Most High God, hey, he found us faithful, man. And he's enabled us to what?
putting me into the ministry.
And he's put us in his ministry, sister. And he's put righteous sisters up there. He's put righteous men up there. You know, he's took us out from the follies that we're doing in this world.
Right.
You know, and put us into this ministry. Let's go back to Genesis 9 and start from 11. Go on.
2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 27. And among all the multitude of people thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto these people thou hast lovest, thou givest a law that is approved of all.
So out of the multitude of everyone on this whole earth, and he's only chosen the Israelites. You can read this throughout the Bible. Is that on that page? Come on, let me get Genesis 19.
The book of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 11. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
They smote them with what?
With blindness.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness.
And that's the madness, man. Hey, a lot of our people were smoking weed and we go schizophrenic, man. You know, we have all sorts of mental health issues, man. Depression, you know, all sorts of mental health issues we're dealing with, man. You know, and what else, kids?
And astonishment of heart.
We're gonna get blindness, and that's what they got struck with, man. Other nations, they got struck with blindness, sister. While you up here wanting to hear the words of the Lord, and there's other people freaking off their sneaker coke in the bathroom, getting drunk off their face to go home to go do God knows what. But you are here spending 5 minutes out of your day or 10 minutes. However, you've been up here for a while, sister. There's not a lot of people. And let me get Jeremiah 2 verse 32 off the shot. Jeremiah 2 verse 32 off the shot. You know, there's not a lot of people that can say that. I spent 5 minutes a day and heard about the word of God on a Saturday. You know, a lot of people spend time on a Saturday doing madness, man.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 32. Can a maid forget her ornaments?
So a woman that's preparing herself up, she can't forget her ornaments, man. Right. Earrings, her bracelets, her jewelry, whatever it may be. You know. What else, King?
Or a bride, her attire.
And a woman that's getting married, she can't forget her wedding dress, man. Continue.
Yet my people have forgotten my days.
What did you say, King?
Yet my people have forgotten my days without
Other sisters
number.
and that, they go in there with your past, man. They've forgotten about the Most High God days without number. How do you think the Most High God feels, man? That his people are forsaken him. You think he's happy about that? You think he's sad about that? I think it's Hosea 5. Oh yeah, let me get Hosea. Let me get Hosea 5.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. Though thou Israel play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come not ye unto Gilgal.
It's the book of Hosea.
Isaiah 5 and 15. I will go and return I will go and return to my place.
So this is how the Most High God feels, man. He said he's gonna what?
I will go and return to my place
Right?
till they acknowledge their offense.
So he's gonna return to your place and acknowledge your offense, man. Like, when you leave someone, and it's not a nice and easy thing for you to do. Even someone that you love, hey, I'm not saying love is correct. Even someone you love, it ain't an easy thing to do. But sometimes you gotta cut ties, man. You can't continually be around something that's messing up your mind frame, man. You know? So the Most High said he's gonna continue, he's gonna leave until you acknowledge your offense. What do you think that offense is? Let me get that in
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 5 and 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, sister, man. We only care about partying, GTA 6, you know, and who's got the baddest or bestest, this and that, you know. Exactly. We don't care about stuff that's more important, life. We care about taking life, you know. And continue people.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
And we can't even reverence the Most High, man. We don't know how to, because we've forgotten the Most High for so long.
Right.
When you dive into that knowledge of who the Most High God is and who you are on this earth, that's the only time you're going to be able to reverence the Most High God and actually call upon His name. You know, when you dive into history about who you really are, you know. And that's what I was telling another brother, kind of walked past, I kind of went to the side, was talking to him, and he didn't know what God's name was, man. He kept on calling him Jehovah. It says it in the Bible, you know. But when you go into it, the Moabites, so it shows you that the Most High God's name is Yahweh, the God of Israel. So we have to dive into history and find out, I'm an Israelite. What did the Israelites go through? And then you're going to find out history that shows you why they were black. You know. So let me get your piece of
The book of 1 John chapter 3
This is
and
the
verse 4.
offense. This is the offense now.
Whosoever commits sin transgresseth also the law.
Right.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So that's sin, who's transgressing the law system. That's what sin is. That's the offense that made the Most High evil. And who's got the 1 Timothy 3 evil? No, first John 3 evil. Oh yeah? Hold it.
This is book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil.
Sister, we don't want to be of the devil.
For the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Man was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
That's why Christ was manifest, man. To break those bonds, man. To give you that grace that can return unto the Most High God. You know? And then let me get the next verse.
Verse 9. Whosoever is born of God doeth not commit sin. Verse 9, 1 John 3 and verse 9. Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin.
We want to be children of God, man. We don't want to be the children of Satan, man. We have no dealings with Satan, man.
Right.
We don't have nothing to do with Satan, man. You know, so we can't be committing sins. You know, let me get Acts 17 and 9 and 30. And then let me also get Revelation.
Acts 17 and verse 30. And the times of this ignorance God winked at, but now commanding all men everywhere to repent.
Right, so that's what, that ignorance when we was doing bodies, meeting up different guys, going different parties, smoking weed, getting drunk at our brain, whatever he was doing, the Most High God, he winks at that, man. He puts it behind him. And he puts it behind him, man. He kind of forgets that, man. He's not even looking at that, you know? And then let me get the Revelation 2 and 5.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 5. Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works.
So the first works was the first works, the first things that was written in the book. But these works is stuff that you have to do, man. You know, Abraham, he believed what the Most High God said, so he went to go sacrifice his son. And when he was about to swing that sword, that knife, the dagger, the Most High said, sent a goat stuck in his wound, you know. But let me also get so what's works, sister? He says this? Right. But look at this. This will be works. You know.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
How would you feel if the brothers were wearing dresses and stuff? All up here in pink dresses wearing heels. You burn that out, innit? So when we see our sisters in the clothing of men, everyone's look, if we see the trousers, and it's got underneath the button, it's got a zip, right? Why do women need a zip?
We know a lot about Israel.
Yeah, why do women need a zip?
No.
Exactly, you don't need a zip. Exactly, because it's men's clothing, you know. And look at Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, all of those princesses, yeah, because they're Disney princesses. What do they wear?
Come and talk to us.
Exactly. So what do you think our princesses of the Most High God would wear? How much more the daughters of God? Exactly. You can't. But what if you would put something underneath the dress, like leggings? You don't like wearing dresses? You know, our sisters can dress it up and swag it up. You know, we're the ones that create a drink. Hey, shut up, man. You shut up, man. You know what damn crap, man. Damn crap.
Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Shut up, I'm actually backing you. Yeah, keep it moving, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Hey, don't get stopped out, man.
Right!
You're spinning back far, blood.
Where we at?
Put him in the bin. Can we put him in the bin, sir?
You know? Hey, let me get Mark 4, verse 12.
So he's going to show
Mark 4, verse 12.
based on what you know.
Satan, fam.
The book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
That seeing, that seeing,
Yeah, Mark
Our
4.
roots
is the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 14.
Right.
The sower soweth the word,
So we're sowing the word. And then what happens?
and these are they by the wayside,
Right.
where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediate.
What happens?
Satan cometh immediate.
Whenever the Most High's word goes out on his earth, and Satan's always going to try and block it, man. He's going to work through his vessels, man. Right. People made a covenant with the Most High, I mean Satan, man. I was going to say, I was up in hell. But hey, these people made a covenant with Satan. How the hell did they make up the Gatling gun? You know? How did they put portray so much evil on this earth? You know? No one can do evil like Esau can do evil, man. You know? Yeah, man. They are experts in warfare. They have missiles, underground bunkers, you know? Yeah, man. Literally, man. You know, apparently they lost 23 deadly viruses recently. You know, just mysteriously vanished out of the laboratory. How does that happen? And then recently in Uganda, there's a new virus going on where you're dancing, uncontrollably. How does that happen? How does that happen? This is something out of a movie, you know? The end of the world is something out of a movie, man, you know? But with that said, is there any questions on Christ, what you should do, or anything like that?
No.
Israel.
No.
I know the brother said,
No, brother. No, brother.
Huh?
No, brother. No, brother. No,
You want
brother.
to bring a little sister?
No, brother.
The brothers will give you a flyer and then you can contact them and stuff like that and then sort out whatever you need to sort out.
No, you've been standing first. But tell me, correct me. That's a fact.
Yeah?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, I mean, never said
She's got a flyer.
You can't, man. Because there's something you have to do if you love the Most
Leave a
High
message.
God.
Yeah, leave a
Brother
message.
put out a
Leave a message on the channel.
Can't. The brother put out a precept. Because if you love the Most High God, this is what you're going to do, sister. That's right.
This is book of John 14 and verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
What?
If you love me, keep my commandments.
What does it say?
If you love me, keep my commandments.
So if you love the Most High God, then you're going to keep His commandments, sister, man. You know? Yeah, with that,
And you can't prove that.
Look, you can check out
Of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 12.
We can see him.
And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou heard any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out, of this place.
Right, 'cause that's what the Most High God's doing to us, man. He's commanding us to draw our family members, whoever we can get, you know, and bring them into the house, man. Lead them to the marriage, you know. Let me get,
No, they can't blame. They can't blame.
let me get 2 Corinthians 4:3.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 3.
Look,
But if our gospel is hid,
right,
it is hid to them that are lost,
right.
in whom the Yahweh of this world into whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ.
Right, so this gospel's been hidden from other people in this world, man. You know, other people have been blinded, you know, by the fanciness of these lights, the Christmas lights, all this stuff is blinding the people's eyes, man. You know, the philosophies of this world, the doctrines that people get enticed into, you know, people have itching ears, man, you know. So it's their own fault. And then let's get back to the Genesis 19, and then you can start from 13.
No, because it's not meant
Yeah,
to
go on.
You can say God Almighty will come and destroy our body. If it's not meant to be, it's not
Right.
Christ was meant to go through tribulation in order for us to be used. So that actually happened. So you can't.
You hear that, sister? The little brother put out a beautiful precept. All that people that keep these commandments. So when it says wear a dress because you're a princess and all these other things,
I never said
hey, change ain't gonna happen overnight, man. It's gonna take a while, sister. You know, hey, the heathens say, hey, Rome wasn't built in a night or in a day, whatever it is, you know. And how much so the temple of the Most High God? It ain't gonna be built in a day or a night, man. You gotta put careful thinking, precision, bricklaying, and all this other stuff. Yeah, man. Careful masonry, you know, because your body is a temple of the Most High God. So you gotta take care of it, sister, man. You can't let everyone be looking at your figure and all these other things. You have to move a certain type of way. And when you start moving like that, people can be like, hey, who is this? It's like I don't even know her anymore. You know, there's something about her. You know, why she thinks she's better than us? Hey, they're gonna start getting hated on, man. You know, but hey, as Christ said, hey, they hated me, and they're gonna hate you also, man. You know, go on, King.
Romans chapter 12 verse 2.
Right.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your minds.
You gotta renew your mind, sis, man. You can't think, hey, wearing a dress is moist. Who thinks like that? That's straight niggatry, sister, man. You can't still be thinking the way we thought when we was damn 12 years old, man. You have to grow up someday, man. As TP said, you got to glow up someday, you know? So we can't be the same person who was in the world, man, you know? Let's get back to Genesis 19. And then start with 30.
The book of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 13.
Bring it on!
For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord.
Right. And that's what's happening on this earth right now, man. The cries of our cries and the other nations' cries is waxing mighty on this earth, man. You know, they're getting destroyed, and we've been destroyed, you know. So we keep perpetually crying to the Most High God to come back to us.
Right!
And the Lord has sent us to destroy it.
Right. So he's going to send his angels to destroy this place, man. You know, let me get Jeremiah 9 and 15 as well.
Verse 15.
Yeah, let me get Jeremiah.
And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened. Look,
Right. So they said, hey, you got to get out of here, man. Quickly. So we can't make haste, be slow to turn onto the Most High God, man. You know, kind of get on your saddle and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Get on, because, hey, soon things are going to kick off, sis, man. And we don't want you to get caught out there, man. Because, hey, we can't protect you, man. Only the Most High God can protect you. But if you're under his hedge, as the brother brought out earlier in the Kingdom of Sirach, hey, ain't no one to protect you, man. You're going to be left with these other nations. They're going to break into your house. Hey, where's the food? You know, hey, there's women in here. Then there's going to be more white guys or other Indian guys or God knows what, man. You know, and they're going to creep in and they're going to get you, man. God forbid. Yeah, man, God forbid. But that's why you got to turn onto the Most High God. Or it's too late. You need his protection, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
So we got to try and help other people get their soul delivered, man. You know, but you got to deliver your own soul, man. You got to get out of Babylon as soon as possible, man. Because when, hey, you get corrupted, I'm saying amongst these other nations, man. You know, you might have a Chinese friend or whatever, Indian friend or Arab friend, and they're getting messed up in Islam, man. Go on, King.
it's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Right.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So don't be partakers of this world, man. You know, of these other nations, man. Don't partake in their folly, man. And the brother's gonna get Sirach 5 and 7.
This is book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7.
Right.
Make no tarry to turn to the Lord,
So don't think, oh, you know what? Maybe tomorrow. What does it say?
and put not off from day to day.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Continue.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
And suddenly you can hear the sky crack, man. And then we're at war. And who's gonna help you, man? Everyone's gonna be thinking about their family members. I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna get to my son. He's gonna be thinking about how he's gonna get to his girl. Everyone's gonna be thinking about their loved ones, man. But if the Most High God, hey, if you're under his covering, hey, he's gonna be thinking about you in that time. You know? So that's why you have to make no tarry and to turn unto the Lord. Continue, King.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth,
Right.
and in your security
Right.
thou shalt be destroyed
Right.
and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, man. And that day of vengeance, it's soon approaching, man. We keep hearing about it on the news. Putin, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. Hey, but what are we going to do about that, man?
Right.
You can't do nothing. You got no missiles, you got no military force, you got nothing but the Most High God.
Right.
Your spirit. That's it. You know? Did you say precept? The Holy Fire, yeah, the Holy Fire was fire. Give me that right after this, yeah? Let me get to Sirach 40 and then start from the 8. Start from the 8. Get yours right off. Yeah, just the bottom. I do round 7.
This is book of Sirach, chapter 40
Right.
and verse 8.
Right.
Such things happen up unto all flesh,
Right.
both man and beast,
Right.
and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
A sevenfold more upon sinners, man. You can only think, or I can't even think or imagine what type of calamity that's going to be, man.
Right.
You know, sevenfold. So it's not just one bad thing, and it's going to be really bad in that day, man. Continue.
Verse 9.
Right.
Death, bloodshed,
Right.
strife,
Right.
sword,
Right.
calamities,
Right.
famine,
Right.
tribulation,
Jesus Christ.
and the scourge.
Right.
These things are created for the wicked,
Yeah.
and for their sakes
Right.
came the flood.
Right, and there's sake came the flood, man. You know, blood, death, and murder, all of that stuff's coming for them, man. You know, because of all the wicked that they put into this earth. So we can't be partakers of these people and be trained wicked as well, sister, man. We got to put off that sin and that old garment and return unto the Most High God, who is your God, who is our God, you know, who we serve in sincerity and truth, man. You know, but yeah, we can't. With that, we jump back into it. Yeah, let me get Sirach 5 still.
It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 in
Right.
TNT,
Right.
5 and 3.
Right.
Don't think that no one can exercise authority over you.
Right.
If you do, the Lord is certain to punish you.
Right.
Don't think that you can sin and get away with it.
Right.
The Lord does not mind waiting to punish you.
Right.
Don't be so certain of the Lord's forgiveness
Right.
that you go on committing sin after another.
Right.
Don't think that his mercy is so great
Right.
that he will forgive your sins
Right.
no matter how many they are. He does not. He does show mercy,
Right.
but he also shows his furious anger with sinners.
Right.
Come back to the Lord quickly.
Hey.
Don't think that you can keep putting it off.
See that?
His anger can come upon you suddenly, and you will die under his punishment.
Right. All right, man. And playing upon table. Playing upon table. The king wanted to get a piece there.
First John 2:16.
Right.
Love not the world.
Love not the world. Right.
Anyone love the world, love the Father, not him.
So if you love a BBL, you know, lip injections and all these other things, and the love of the Father's not in that person, you know.
Right.
So we got to think wise, man. What pleases the Most High God? Just like what please your Father. Natural, that's beautiful, sister, man. You know, because a lot of our sisters are dying getting these BBLs, man. You know. So let me get Sirach now, so I can First Maccabees. Let me get First Maccabees and then start 1 and 30. So all the way to 30. Yeah, because these are the same people here that we're stuck in their land, and these are their ancestors, man. And look how they dealt with us, man. This is why they take out the Book of Maccabees, man. My stepdad used to bang on about Book of Maccabees. I'm thinking, what is it? But now to come into the truth and then find out that it's a part of our thing, you know?
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1,
Right.
and verse 30.
Right.
And he spake peaceable words unto them.
And this is what they'll do to you, man. They'll speak peaceable words unto you, man. But guess what?
But all was deceit.
It's all deceit. So when they tell you, you know what, it's right to be gay, it's right to, you know what I'm saying, it's all deceit. Because they want you to get destroyed at the latter end, man. Continue.
For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city
So
and
after that,
smote it.
after they said, yeah, you know what, come in, it's all cool, we're all good, you all one, you know what I'm saying? And guess what they did? Reloaded.
And slack here.
Fell upon them.
He fell up suddenly upon the city.
He started destroying everything, turning it over. The temple, everything. Women, children, babies, everything was getting dashed to stones, man. You know? That's how they was moving, man. To your ancestors. You know? That rails me up hearing it. But hold on, you had a precept? Go on, King.
First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2.
Read out.
For yourselves know perfectly
Right.
that the day of the Lord so cometh
Right.
as a thief in the night.
Right.
For when they shall say peace and safety,
Right.
then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
So you can say peace and safety. We can think that in our head, you know what, I'm in my BMW. Yeah, I got a mansion, you know. Yeah, man. What DVE? You're taking a bit. I got lean at the yard. I don't need to worry about them, man. You know, them man are preaching on the side of the road. That's foolishness. And then you speed off, and then the dust comes on our face. Hey, man, sudden destruction gonna come to them, man. You know, because we're caring about stuff higher than this realm, man. You know, we're thinking about higher things, man. You know, but let me get.
The first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 30. 31. And when he had taken the spoils,
So hey, they took spoils from us. They took spoils from us, man. They took all our vessels, man. Our vessels of gold, you know. And that's even the king of Babylon. He did the same thing too, man. You know, all these nations have spoiled us, man. They said, what nation has not had a part in our demise, man? You know. So continue, King.
he set it on fire
Right.
and pulled down the houses
Right.
and walls
He
thereof.
he destroyed our whole place, man. These heathen have destroyed the whole of the Israelites' place, man. They completely bamboozled and destroyed us, man. And that's because we always made peace with these people. Every time they say peace, peace, and we hearken onto it. But look what happened, man. They turned over our temples, they killed our babies, they killed our women, they killed the men with the edge of the sword, you know, continually, man. They put perpetual evil on this earth, man, non-stop. There ain't no one on this earth that does wickedness like the white man.
Right.
They say out that play, man. Ain't no one that's an expert in warfare like they are, man. They got they got all sorts of viruses and weapons and nuclear warfare and everything, man. They got different type of bombs, man. They got nuclear, atomic. They got ICM, BCM missiles and stuff like that. Hey, man, the white man is evil, man. They're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. The serpent in Revelation, man. You know. Continue.
First Maccabees 1 and verse 32. Right. But the woman and children took their captives and possessed the castle.
Right. Have you got siblings? You got 8 siblings. Imagine if you went back home now and all of them got kidnapped. You seen the house on fire, yeah, and you seen your dad dying on the floor, and he's telling you with his last breath who took your children, man, and your siblings. How would you feel about that?
Riding out.
I might just drop down crying. I said, you know, everybody has to die, man. Everybody has to dead after that, man. You know, there's no more games, man. I don't care, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Might get nicked right now, innit?
Straight.
Word, man. They took my son. They took my daughter.
We out
killed
there
my
straight
dad.
away. We
Hey,
out
it's
there
up.
straight away, fam.
This is book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 32. But the woman and children took their captives and possessed the castle. Then builded them the city of David with a great and strong wall.
So yeah, man. And then let me get First Maccabees 1. Hey King. Yeah, man. Our people destroyed, innit? Let me get 60 down.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women.
So they even killed our women, man. I'll be fuming when I come back home and my wife's been split apart, man.
See that?
You know, I don't know if you watch any of them slavery movies like Django and Nat Turner and The Birth of a Nation, Roots, any of that. Django? Yeah, man. They would take our women and do it in front of us, man.
See that?
They might butt break the man in front of the whole household, man.
And then
You
give
know?
them back
And
to
that's
you.
the same thing they've been doing throughout the whole of history. But why are we still doing? Why are we friends with them, man? Why are we still conforming to their rules? You know, why can't we conform to the Most High God's rules?
Right.
And the quicker we do that, hey, the quicker punishment's gonna fall upon them. You know? Continue, King.
And put certain women to death that had caused their children to be circumcised.
Hey, this is how zealous our women were, man.
Right.
Nowadays, our women don't give a damn. You
Right.
can read to them in the Bible. Hey, the Bible says put on a dress, a head wrap, be modest sister, this and that. Hey, our women are like, I don't want to do that.
I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that. But look at our women. They would circumcise a kid, and they know that they're gonna get put to death for it, but they're still gonna do it.
Integrity.
Like that's integrity. That's real spill. Like a lot of men are rapping, talking about money and that. Anyone can get money. Anyone can do shootings and stabbings and that. But how much so can you serve the Most High God?
Right.
A lot of people, as me and the brother was saying, it's easy to do badness, but how easy is it to do good? When someone slaps you in the face, or whether it may be your brother kind of stains you, and you kind of say, you know what? I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let that slide. But you know better now. You're not gonna give him money. You know? How hard is it to do that? It's harder to do good than it is to do evil, sister. You know? Continue.
61. And they hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them.
Right. So even though our women circumcised the children, hey, they hung the babies around your neck.
Man.
The Lord knows how they did that, man. With the umbilical. I don't know how they did that, man.
See that?
But that's why they're expert in evil, man. You know,
That's right.
wickedness. 8 days old, exactly. 8 days old.
Man.
God damn it. Continue, King.
Verse 62.
Yeah.
Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved
Right.
and confirmed in themselves
Right.
not to eat
We
any
was fully
unclean
resolved.
thing.
We didn't care. I'm gonna stick to this law till the
Right.
day I die.
Right.
You know, a lot of people stick to folly till the day they die. They want to smoke crack. They want to shoot heroin. They want to gamble. They want to do all these other things, man. But these people, they said they're gonna do righteousness to the Most High God until the day they die.
Right.
Continue, King.
Verse 63.
Yeah.
Wherefore
Yeah.
they chose rather to die.
They chose rather to what?
They chose rather to die.
They chose rather to die, sister, man. They chose rather to do righteousness and go to and see the Most High God than to do folly and conform to the white man, man.
That's right.
You know, come on, man. Continue, King.
That they might not be defiled with meats,
Right.
and that they might not profane the holy covenant.
Right.
So then they died.
And that's how much they believed in the Most High God, man. A lot of times now, our people don't believe in God, man. You know, they might see what it says in there, but they ain't trying to do what it says in there.
Damn.
You know, so we gotta try and be doers. Let me get James 1:27, I believe.
Right.
Go on.
Right.
This is book of Ezekiel 35 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and I shed the blood of the children of Israel
Right.
by the force of the sword
Right.
in the time of their calamity,
Right.
in the time of their iniquity at
Right.
an end.
Right. So even the time when we was going through tribulation, man, and they still came and ducked us down and pursued us, man. They didn't make it any easy for us, man. Hey, the heathen, the Palestinians, they're saying, oh, our 400 days of this war feels like 400 years.
It's not the
How
cap.
could you compare 400 days to 400 years?
Right.
Hey, 400 days is just a bit over a year, man. Over 1 year compared to 400 years.
Not the cap.
Hey, man, they lost it, man. They lost it. Let me there's one in Obadiah as well. Go on, King, go on, King.
This is the book of Psalms, 137 and verse 3. For there, they that carried us captive, they that carried us away captive, required of us a song. And they that wasted us, required of us mirth.
So while we were in tribulation and they wanted us to sing, hey, sing, nigga. That's what they wanted from us, bro. They did that to us in slavery, man. Hey, what's that song you guys do? Swing low, sweet charity. That's what they wanted from us, man.
Jingle bell
You know?
spirit.
What'd you say?
Like jingle bell spirit.
Jingle bell, man. As a brother Nathan, man.
God.
They put a chain around your neck
with the bells in it, yeah.
So they know you're
Dance,
trying to run away on them,
dance,
man. You know, when it's Christmas time, they want to hear the bells. And then they sing them songs in your nursery and in your primary school and in secondary. Jingle bells and all of that funny, man.
And they that wasted us, required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Right. So they wanted to hear our songs, man. They wanted to hear them sweet psalms. I say that song, man. How does it go, man? King David says it how? How do they sing it, man?
Sing it like David.
man.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the local priesthood was singing it, man. And where the Levites sat, man. You know, but our men have been wasted, man. We're destroyed, you know. We're famished.
Verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Real spill, man. Real spill. Let me get over there one.
This is Obadiah 1, verse 10.
Read up.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob,
Right, man.
shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's what's going to happen to the white man, man. After 1,000 years, he's going to be cut off forever, man. He ain't never going to be found on this earth or anywhere ever again.
Right.
The Most High has something waiting for him, man. And we got something waiting for him, man. Yeah, Yahweh has something waiting for him, man. You know, and he can't escape the evil that he put on this earth. You know, when you give and you got to get, you know. Let me get Revelation 13 and 10.
It's too hot.
This is book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
This is the end of the book, man. That's right. The Most High God was showing you something, man. And even that in slavery, why the hell would they use the Bible to make us conform? It's obviously because it's a book that we know, that we're familiarized with. You know, we're spiritual beings. We want to know about God, but we just don't know how to serve Him. That's because of all these years of the destruction that they put in our society, the white supremacy that they implemented in the churches to conform and to change our mind. We thought Christ was white.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Let's be real though. At the start, we did think Christ was white. We was in Christianity, man. When we went into church and we saw behind the pastor that cross and a nasty white man with his nasty dodgy hair, and we thought that was Christ, man.
Right. Damn.
But we can't serve a God that doesn't look like us.
Right.
Every nation serves a God that looks like them. So why is it that the black nation don't serve a God that looks like them? You know, you can't value yourself because you can't see nothing. Hey, if it's not empowering, you can't see yourselves in it, and you're not going to think anything of yourself. You're going to let everyone have their way with you, trample all over you, and do what they want to do to you. Until you find out who you are and your true nationality. And hey, these are your brothers and sisters up here, man. Right. You know, that's what Christ said as well, man. You know. That? Yeah, that's it on that, man. We're based on the Most High, man. You know, let's get back to Genesis. Let me see. 19. Yeah, 19. You can start from 16.
The book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And while he, so verse 16. And while he lingered.
In fact, let me get first Maccabees and then 5, and you can start from 7. Probably my ending precept story. Yeah, number of God story. First Maccabees 5, 7, go down.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 5 and verse 7. So he fought many battles with them, till at length they were
and this is Judas Maccabeus, man, you know, and Simeon and Jonathan, you know, mighty brothers, man, mighty brothers in Israel, man. Right. You know, kind of see Jehoram, kind of see brother Nathan, and I kind of think about Judas Maccabeus, the way they carried themselves, you know what I'm saying? But continue.
They were discomfited before him,
Right.
and he smote them.
Right.
And when he had taken Gaza,
Right.
with the town's belongings thereto,
Right.
he returned into Judea.
Right, because they were spoiling the heathen, man. Every time they conquered the heathen, they'd take their spoils, man. Right. You know, continue, King.
Then the heathen that were at Gala
Right.
assembled themselves together.
Right, man, because they got, hey, the heathen had that sore loser spirit, man. That's where it originally comes from, man. They are the real sore losers of this earth. Right. Jacob got the covenant in Genesis 4 and 25 and that, and they were sad about that, man. You know, we got the birthright and they were sad about that, man. And they've been sore losers ever since. Right. You know, they've been sore losers ever since. Right. So what did they do when they found out they was getting beat up?
They assembled themselves together against Israel.
Right.
That were in their quarters to destroy them.
So they said, you know what, we can't beat them, man. Let's go back to our ends. And them men that live in our ends. And that goes to show you as well, I see these areas that are gentrified, and you're in trouble, man. Jake, you're in the middle of it, man. Eve, you're in the middle of it. That's right. These places that are gentrified, and they got police, plainclothes police living amongst you, man. And when they get that order and they're coming in your yard, hey, I know about you, you know. And you know what, you got to give me your food and that, man. Yeah. You try to say, you know, hey, they're going to snap your neck, man. See that? Continue.
Assembled against the Israelites and were in their quarters to destroy them. Right. But they fled to the fortress of the Makkah
Right.
and sent letters unto
So
Judas
some of them fled and they sent letters onto Judas, man, because they've been hearing about Judas mashing works. Continue.
and his brothers,
Right.
and the heathen that are round about us
Right.
assembled together against us and destroy us.
So that's what they said in the letter. Hey, the heathen are assembling together against us, man, to destroy us. Continue.
And they are preparing to come
Right.
and take the fortress whereunto we are fled.
Right.
Timotheus, being captain of their host,
Wicked, man.
come now therefore and deliver us from their hands,
Right.
for many of us are slain.
Right.
Yea, all our brethren that were in the places of Toby are put to death.
Right.
Their wives and their children.
Their what?
Their wives and their
What
children.
did these heathen do to us?
Their wives and
And
their
their
children.
children.
They slain our wives and our children, man. And they kept us for servants, man. And that goes back to Ishmael as well, man. They'll kind of castrate the male and take our wives and use them as concubines, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. Muhammad had a concubine, Israelite woman, man. They killed the husband and then they took the wife. You know, and she poisoned him later on, you know, but can't.
They also, the children also, they have carried away captives
Right.
and borne away their stuff, and they have destroyed them, and they have destroyed there about 1,000 men.
So they destroyed 1,000 men, man. That's a lot of men. Hey, there's not 1,000 men on the street right now, man. But that's how much people they kill. You know, that's how much men they kill. But yeah, but yeah, with that, precept, go on, thing. Yeah.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God,
Right.
but not according to knowledge.
And I want to exhort you as well, sister, because you've been up here for at least an hour minimum.
More than that.
Yeah, man.
More than that.
No. Shut down. Yeah. You know precept? Go on.
Ezekiel 39 and 21.
Right.
And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them.
Right, man. And that's what the heathens want to see, man. That judgment. That's how we execute them.
Right.
Praise the Lord, Kaya, Bashim, Yosha. I leave the floor for the next man. He speaks.